Yeah.
Yeah, like somebody like must have got into my email account or something because like it wouldn't let me in and like password and everything was changed.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
It's like yeah, and I was like and then so I had to like go through and like I use a different email address and so yeah, I don't know what happened. Today's topic is top five instrumentals. All right, what you got for number five?
My number five, I have a band that was pretty much known for just instrumentals. They did have a singer for a little bit, couple maybe, but I got hip to this band pretty early on. I would see them 93, 94 at Remember Stashes.
Yeah.
So it's Karma to Burn is the
Oh yeah.
band. And most of their song titles were just numbers.
Numbers, yeah.
Yeah. So the one I always liked was eight. So for number five, I've got eight by Karma to Burn.
Right on. I didn't even think about them.
And just to mention also that Will, who was the longest running band member, the guitar player, he died a couple years ago. So
Okay. I don't know if I knew
so I
that.
yeah, Will Meekum, I believe his name was yeah. So I think that put that band to rest with him.
Right on. Right. My number five, released November 2nd, 1987 on the record Back for the Attack. Mr. Scary, George Lynch from Dokken.
Yep, had as an honorable mention.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't have more because he's known for being a shredder and, he kind of shows off a bit, like,
oh yeah,
so you
oh yeah.
had more.
Yep. But good pick. I said I have it as an honorable mention.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What you got
George
for,
Lynch.
yeah.
So my number four, um, I know I had definitely heard this. I've known about it. Never knew who it was up until just a week or so ago. I saw that Jimmy Page had played like a tribute thing and played this song, "Rumble" from Link Ray. Um, this song, come to find out, was banned on radio stations because they thought the the tone or the guitar or the distortion or whatever, like as silly as it is to fucking say, would somehow like cause some sort of chaos that a fucking an instrumental song banned from the
Hmm.
radio
Yeah, it's
in like the
weird.
50s. Yeah. And this was also the song in the one of the Pulp Fiction scenes, the milkshake scene, the $5 milkshake
Oh, yeah.
scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the Jimmy Page thing was cool, man, and just hearing the song again was cool and finding out about the being banned from the radio station. So bizarre.
That movie had a good soundtrack. Had like some Dick Dale and shit on there. It was good
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. My number four, released in August of 1983 from the album Future Shock, Herbie Hancock with Rocket.
Oh shit. Okay.
Remember that?
I'd have to hear it, but
Oh, dude, it
I
was a
guess
massive hit, man. Like, I had the
okay, then I
video.
would know it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the video was like won awards because it was like for 1983, it was pretty like high tech. It had like the robots and shit walking around, and
Yeah, that's all vaguely familiar. You
yeah, you
mentioned
would know it
it.
if you heard it.
Okay. Yeah. Herbie Hancock, yeah. Yeah, he was brilliant, man.
Yeah, but
Dude,
yeah, it's
yeah, creative. Real
fuck yeah,
creative.
yeah,
Yeah. Good pick. Um, my up. Was it my
yep,
turn?
yep. Number three.
All right. Well, my number three is a band. This is a, you know, infamous party band. Um, and this instrumental of theirs is pretty much was to feature their harmonica player named Magic Dick. And it's a Jay Giles band with Whammer Jammer. Just awesome harmonica, like boogie type thing to it, man. So yeah, man, I got the love for Jay Giles band, so this had to make the list.
Oh yeah. All right.
Whammer Jammer.
My number three, released in 1959 from the instrumental rock and roll duo Santo and Johnny, Sleepwalk.
I don't know nothing about that, I don't
You would
think.
know it.
Okay.
Deftones have covered it. Joe Satriani has covered it. Brian Seltzer's covered it. You would know it. I mean, it's a pretty popular song.
Okay.
Like I just
And who again?
Santo and Johnny.
Santo and Johnny. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those songs where you would know it, but just wouldn't know it by name.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, you went deep on that.
Actually, not really, because like I know my mom always liked that song, and it's like so it
Oh,
kind of
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, for my number two, then I have an instrumental that I've known about for a while. It was in the remember the movie Light of Day with Joan Jett and Michael J. Fox,
Yeah.
and Lenny was Lenny from Lenny and Squiggy. He was in it also.
Yeah.
Um, so they had a bar band, if you remember the premise of the movie, and one of the scenes they're waiting for Joan Jett, which is Michael J. Fox character's sister, to show up for this gig that they got. This bar is packed, and they're going him Michael J. Fox and the Lenny character are like, man, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, oh, maybe you should sing. Like, who's gonna sing? He's like, no, I don't sing. So they played this instrumental. It was a Stevie Ray Vaughan song called "Rude Mood." Um, awesome instrumental, obviously. Stevie Ray Vaughan just burning it the fuck up. But even in my freshman year of high school, there was a kid that played guitar who I actually jammed with. He was one of the first dudes I ever even like jammed with. Um, amazing guitar player. This dude at like 15, 16 years old. And we had a talent show, and he played Rude Mood at the talent show. So yeah, that Stevie Ray Vaughan Rude Mood has always stuck with me.
Oh yeah. All right. My number two, like I was never much into instrumentals. Like I've always been, a vocalist dude, like, but this was a great record all the way through. On Surfing with an Alien from Joe Satriani, I had
Yeah.
Always With Me, Always With You.
Okay. I don't know. Obviously, I know what you're talking about, that record.
It's kind of a
Yeah, I don't know if
slower
I
song.
know. Okay, yeah, I would have to hear it again.
I
Um,
think he won like a Grammy for like pop instrumental or something on that song.
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, like I remember hearing, like all instrumental record. I'm like, dude, I can't get into that. But then when I heard it, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, he's amazing in general.
Yeah.
But I know of that record. That was a huge record too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'd be interested in hearing that one and see if I remembered it or ever heard it. Yeah,
All
neat
right.
pick.
What you got for number one?
Well, my number one is from, you've heard me talk about, one of my all-time favorite records. Um, and this song really, I think, for the time, definitely showed that these dudes could play, and there was a little more depth to them than what they did as a band then. Metallica from Master of Puppets, the instrumental Orion.
I figured
Um,
you have that.
It's one of those things that takes you on a journey. So I like that about some things, man. It takes you on a journey. Like I said, you get some different flavors from what those dudes, were capable of, and just different from what they did then. Um, and I also remember there's a Cliff Burton interview on YouTube, one of the interviews that he'd done before he was killed, um, where he's talking to about this, new record, this Master of Puppets, and there's an instrumental because they did an instrumental on each of the first four albums, I think.
Yeah.
So he's talking about this one, and he's talking about exactly how it is they kind of explore beyond what they did as what they were known for in the 80s. And he talks about some of the bass swells and some of the character in that song, and I thought that was cool to hear his description of what it is. So yeah, that one had to make my number one, man.
Yeah, I figured you'd have that one. All right. My number one, it's funny because like seem like every week I find a way to squeeze this band in here, or at least this record. I believe this song was originally supposed to be an outro of Beggar's Day, the Crazy Horse cover, but eventually became a separate track. It's slow, spacey, synthy, 2.5 minutes of brilliance. Sounds like something you'd hear at the end of a movie or something. Nazareth, Rose in the Heather, off of Hair of the Dog.
Yeah, that one didn't hit my radar. Good pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know that song?
I don't.
Oh, it's so good, man. Like,
I'll have to go tonight and check it out now.
yeah, like, because I think on the cassette, when it was on cassette, it was supposed to be like an outro. You know the song Beggar's Day, right?
I'd have to hear that again to say 100%.
But I think it was supposed to be, because that's a cover song. I think it was supposed to be, like extended version, of that song.
Okay.
Then when it was released on CD, they made it like a separate track. It's funny because, like, Nazareth, they're hit or miss. But I even remember as a kid, my brother made a comment before he goes, "Man, I remember like you thought Hair of the Dog was one of the greatest albums ever made," and to this day, I still feel that way, man.
Yeah. And what you said about the hit or miss, the ones that are hits though are fucking good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
they got some jams, man, for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot of bands that are like that for me that, I'm not into all of their, like Thin Lizzy's one, and not to get off, but Thin Lizzy's one where, I like the rocker songs.
Yeah.
So they're similar. Think Thin Lizzy and Nazareth are kind of in that same boat for me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good pick, man. I will check it out.
But like Nazareth, even like, they're still putting out records now. So they've been putting out records for like 50 some years. So, not everything you come out with is not going to be good. I mean, that's impossible,
Well, right. Yeah. Hell yeah.
You got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I have a handful. Well, I did have Mr. Scary. So one of them for me, which was going to be in my top 5, but here's the only reason why I didn't put it in my top 5. Now, it is an instrumental, but yet it breaks off into a very extended drum solo. So most of it is just a drum solo, but there is an instrumental intro and the same instrumental outro. And it's from, one of the most influential rock drummers, John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, Moby Dick.
Yeah, I knew you'd have that one too.
Yeah. So, and like I say, just the fact it is an instrumental, but it features him, and it's a drum solo. That's kind of why it didn't go in my top 5. That's not kind of. That is why it didn't. But definitely honorable mention, top honorable mention. I also had, you ready for this one, man? Frankenstein, Edgar Winter Group.
Oh yeah, that's classic, man.
Fuck yeah, that's classic. Well, speaking of classic, Eruption,
Yeah.
similar thing to the, Moby Dick. It's,
Yeah.
it's got some of the band, but it's mostly, Eddie doing what Eddie did,
Hmm.
Um, so I had these two, and these were instrumentals, very unusual from this band. So on the Maximum Overdrive movie soundtrack, Who Made Who, AC/DC
Oh yeah.
had two songs on that were Chase the Ace and DT.
Hmm.
Now I really wonder if those were just songs that were kind of left over that never had like vocals to them. I have a feeling they weren't like necessarily meant to be instrumentals because they sound like structured songs
Yeah.
that would have had vocals. But yeah, always remember that that's so unusual for AC/DC to have
Oh
instrumentals.
yeah, for
So
sure.
I wanted to mention those two because I love that Who Made Who record, man.
Oh yeah.
Um, so I also got a Rat Salad, Black Sabbath.
Hmm.
Um,
They have a lot.
well, Rat Salad's, one of the like real fucking well-known ones. Um, this one I just heard. I was listening to this album last night and realized there was no vocals in it. Uh, High Steppin' from Ram Jam, an instrumental on their first album. Good shit, man. And last one I have, which I just added about an hour ago, and I'm glad I remembered it. Remember when I repl- replied to your message? I said no rush.
Hmm.
Like, well, I got Rush, YYZ.
Yeah, I think they have a lot too, don't they?
They do. And YYZ is the one though that's their most, I think, recognizable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have more than just that, yes.
Well, I was going to on Rush. I was going to do like 2112. But it's like it's what like four songs all into one or something like
Yeah.
that. I was going to like break down and because they got some just good stuff on there, but it was just I don't want to listen to a 20-minute long song to
Yeah, yeah.
to find the stuff. But
Yep. So that's all I had.
I had some that you mentioned, but I had Laguna Sunrise from Sabbath.
Okay. Yep. I forgot about that one. Yep.
Yeah. Woodpecker from Mars, Faith No More.
Okay. I don't remember that.
It's off the Real Thing record.
Okay.
That's about all I had. Like, I mean, there's so
Oh,
many.
okay.
Like, yeah, there's so many. Like, it's kind of hard to research because when you type in like instrumental,
Hmm.
like it's kind of hard to
Yep.
like.
I saw a few. I'm pretty sure I saw a Fleetwood Mac one coming up when I was looking it up. I
Yeah,
didn't write it down because I didn't know it. Um, yeah, yeah, not a whole lot for me either, man.
because
Um,
there's a lot of them that's only like you know minute long or something. Because because you
yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
Dokken, like they have off of Tooth and Nail, they have Without Warning. It's it's real short. Crew
yeah,
has a couple real short ones, like in LA Guns, and like a lot of them are like intros to other songs,
yeah.
like
YMT did it on
yeah,
an album. Yeah,
Wasp, they do that a lot. It's like I didn't want to go and add a bunch of those. So
right. I feel you. Yeah, I agree with that. I
I
didn't. Yeah.
yes, I went through some that's actually, like a song, at least a couple minutes long for the most part.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that's all I got.
Well, good, man. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. 5 and out.
5 and out. Like, comment, subscribe. If you think about it.
Did you want to do the Eagles this week or?
Yeah, I never really
I
followed up
didn't
on it.
either. Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
So
I had 'cause I had a hard time with this. I thought it was going to be easier than this. I kind of had a hard time because it said, you Google it and it's like it's half the,
yeah.
fit that I know wasn't even on there.
Yep. And I mean, just for me, I only had about 11 or 12, including my top five.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yep.
All right, well, I guess I still have a few album of the weeks to
Yeah.
post anyway, so we'll
Cool.
just
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
on.
that's cool. We'll
All
figure
right,
out. We'll do dinner and we'll think of another topic tomorrow.
all right, right on. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right. All right, man.
Later.
Bye.